Hello and welcome back to another video. I know I said I would go and do this a while back, but whatever. So yeah, I'm making a new video. Building up a bit of money to go and make a new computer with mostly new parts. The only thing that's going to be slightly used is the water, or not the water cooler, but the graphics card. Wow, this thing has a lot of lag to it. But whatever. It's my phone, so what do you expect? Yeah. For the graphics card, I decided I'd go with a refurbished 980 because it was such a great card when it first came out, and it still puts most of the 10 series in their place. And, you know, I found one cheap. I'm not going to say where until after I get it, because the last thing I want is to go and check and have it go from the price that's at to $500. Because I'm not going to be able to pay for it then. I would have to go with a 1060. And I don't want to because it doesn't perform as well. I don't know, but, so yeah, I'm now working 5 days a week for the next month as a little job program from the school. It's nice, I get to go and get out of the house and do something for a while, come back home, then do whatever I gotta do here at home. But today was my first day actually doing any type of job. And safe to say it was successful. I ended up heating up the back of my neck and my arms, you know, for around my wrist and a little bit of my forearm due to not wearing any type of sunblock. But you know, why put that on if I'm next month gonna be going to Florida? So, you know, be kind of pointless to go and try and do that and then go to Florida and really fry. For some reason, while I will be inside for quite a bit of what I'll be, you know, doing because it's extremely hot and I don't think I'm gonna want to be outside for all that long, I'd rather not burn up. But yeah, that's all that's on the schedule right now. Once I do that, hopefully I'll be able to get a better screen recorder and possibly, cross your fingers, maybe even a capture card for the computer. Start recording in 1080 off of a 980. Oh, the irony. But yeah, I was thinking about doing Minecraft, possibly Fallout 4. Overplayed games, but you know, it's what I decided to take a bit of an interest in. If I can keep playing it, I don't know if I can because I connected to Ethernet yesterday. I might end up still also being able to play TerraTech, which reminds me a lot of the game Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, to where you can create your own vehicle and whatnot. You don't have the same level of creativity that you can go with because of, you know, the fact that the parts aren't actually parts, they're just blocks mainly. And you can't really walk around or anything like that, and there's no towns. There are a couple of buildings that you'll find, you know, trading places and whatnot. But still, Yeah, it's good. I don't mind. I'd rather be able to play a game that I can personally work with and build cars and trucks and tanks and all kinds of things. Because it's fun to me. I'm a bit of an idiot, I guess. Just call me funny, call me whatever you want. The good thing is games like Minecraft and Fallout 4, if I do over 10 minutes, I can put an ad in there and get the channel actually able to go and buy things to enhance the view of the game and whatnot. Maybe even hook up VR to it eventually and really get going. But I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to be able to sit there play a game like Fallout 4 in VR. The main thing I would want to get for the game Fallout 4, if I were to play it VR style, I would want to go and hook up the it's kind of like a Virtuix Omni. It's made to give you a type of harness-like thing so you can run around and whatnot without having to worry about hitting a wall. Because it's one of them omnidirectional treadmills. This way here, if I'm playing and I'm using it as VR, I don't accidentally run into my little stand with my television on it. Had a Wii, done that multiple times with the Wii. You throw the controller at someone, not meaning to, all on accident. Or if, in the case of it being my sister, if it were that, then you tell them it's on accident, but, you know, not necessarily on accident. Then it's on purpose. I'm a horrible person, I know. I gotta get away from being a horrible person. But some of the things we've put each other through, you can kind of understand where that would come from. I feel like any Italian in a stereotypical movie because my hand is constantly going and going and going as I'm trying to say things. My left hand is, because, well, my right hand holding onto the phone. It'll be nice to have an actual camera. I really would like to get an actual camera for this, because then I can hopefully record in 1080 or 4K. And I did put up the last Minecraft video I put up was in 1080 and the video quality was shoddy. It didn't work out too well. It was 60 frames per second, so you could see any bit of lag from the game. You could see anything that was going on. But it was mainly because I don't have a capture card at the moment and I was trying to use a screen recorder. Simple screen recorder is not good to use without a capture card. Of course, then I had to figure out how to go and hook up a capture card and use simple screen recorder. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. What's the worst that can happen? I shouldn't say that because I build a computer, put a capture card in it, and then boom! Whole thing blows apart. I don't know. I hope not. I just want something substantial that I can go and edit video on and record and do that stuff. So I'll be using a Ryzen processor, getting away from the Intel brand because, well, Intel is good for gaming, Ryzen is good for editing video and creating pictures and whatnot. And the only AMD system I've ever used was a E-Machines with a single core Athlon processor for, I do believe it was the AM2 socket. It was either AM2 or AM2 Plus, I don't know. But now you can't even really find AM2 processors because AM2 Plus was so much better. Of course, always go with what's better if you can afford it. I know, the background's getting boring, changing and changing and changing. But hey, I can use a computer to edit my video! Yeah! No more. Okay, I gotta go and sit here and do this and do this and do this and blah 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 with my phone. Granted, it's easy. I just don't want to do it. And this video is called Stalling for Time, I guess. Let's hit the 10-minute mark. I always complain when people do this. I do it internally to myself. But, you know, I don't mean to stall for time. This is completely unscripted, completely raw footage. I never go and script the stuff. I'll go and cut video, I'll pause, so that way there I can do stuff. But I never script my stuff. It doesn't feel right. I mean, even with something like putting together a computer. One day I'll go and put together with starting the CPU and whatever cooler I'm using. Next time maybe I start with the RAM or I put the graphics card on the motherboard. I don't know, I don't like scripting myself. It's limiting. That's what it really is. It's what it comes down to. And I understand a lot of people do great work scripting themselves. Setting up, okay, I gotta go and do all this stuff, and here's the order I'm gonna do it with. Here's all the stuff I'm gonna put into it. But after a while, you get away from what it is that you're really looking for. Even in gaming, let's say you script what you're gonna say while you're playing games. And I'm not gonna go and say I don't go and necessarily do that, because I'll go and think of exactly what I want to do in a game and then try and accomplish it, or get sidetracked. If I get sidetracked, at least then it's unscripted. But give me a second, I gotta pull a tick off of my dog. There we go, I just pulled a tick off of Cinnamon, the pit bull. Ticks are not good for dogs, heart disease and whatnot. But getting back to topic, I don't like it when people go and script things, because if, per se, you're playing a video game, you know exactly what you're going to do, exactly every single reaction. It kind of detracts from the game. It makes it less realistic. It makes it less raw. It just doesn't seem right. But everybody has their own method, and whatever works for that person is what works for that person. I'm not going to go and tell people, you can't go and do this or you can't do that. It's not right. Because then, I'm trying to control what they do. Per se, if you were to go and watch me take a laser gun or something like that, that somebody made, and light some black powder on fire at a distance, I don't want to go and have already done that 100 or so times just as testing to make sure I get it right. I want my accidents to be shown. I want my reaction always to be shown. And yeah, sometimes it can be a bit painful, both mentally and physically, depending on what it is I'm doing. Or it can be extremely embarrassing, depending on who's in the room at the time. It's still better to have everything done first time rather than second or third time around after a lot of practice of what you're going to do and say. I have to see if I can get a bit of recording done tomorrow while I'm on job. Because, all I am is I'm cleaning up stuff. So, it'll be interesting to see, have me picking up after everyone's trash. Sweeping up floors, concrete, all to make things look nice and whatnot. I prefer not to do it if it's going to be inside, because I am at a car dealership. I don't want them to think that I am trying to go and scope the place out. That'd be bad. Not necessarily the worst thing I've ever done, but I don't really want to do that and get in trouble. Whatever. Oh, and here comes my cat. Nugget, come here. Hey. Come here, escapee. Nugget, the great escape artist. She always goes outside. Then I'm left to hunt for her because my mother's on the phone and can't be bothered. Oh well. It's not like it matters as long as she stays inside so she doesn't have to deal with ticks or anything like that. She would still be classified as a kitten. She's nearly full grown, but she's not even anywhere as close to a year old or anything like that, so I still would classify her as a kitten. She's full of energy. And it makes the dogs go nuts. Except for Cinnamon. All I had to do is say, get the K-I-T-T-Y, the actual word, not spelling it out, and she'll go after Nugget, and it's pretty funny. She's not out to hurt Nugget, she's just wanting to play. She's, so much bigger than Nugget is, though, that Nugget doesn't really like it. So, for us it's funny, but for her, not so much. Cutting out part of my head. Hey, there we go. Let's look at the full ugliness of this pale ghost-like person. I do not find myself to be attractive. Never have, never will. Whoop. Okay, well, whatever. This man's gone on for 20 minutes. Holy cow. I did not realize that much time has gone by. So I've been recording since 24 after at 3 p.m. Oh well, I'm gonna end it here because it's gone on for so long already. You know, it'll be interesting to watch. It's whatever. Like if you did, you know, subscribe if you want to. If you don't like the video, please tell me by going disliking it. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I want to know what people think. I'm not a mind reader. But thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all next time.